It's a beautiful day. Our 8 racers are almost underway. And they're on. Oh, crazy taxi just...
Yeah, why is the picture quality on a lot of these old commercials so bad on YouTube?
Real when a forklift propelled by rockets. These racers keep pulling out their unique all-star moves. But this race is all Sonic as he takes the checkered flag. Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing with 8-player online action. Rated E for everyone.
I really wish that online was still working. I would have loved to have played this game with Steffi. Good evening, folks. Welcome to the Game Reserve. My name is Jagger Newman, and I'm the war in these parts. And tonight we are playing Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing. This game was released in 2010, and I sort of alluded to this when I played Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympic Games. But 2010 was a year when Sega started to dig the franchise out of the hole they had dug with Sonic 06, the Storybook series, and Sonic Unleashed. And yeah, it was just a year where we actually started to get some good games in the series, and that was welcome because a lot of fans at the time, myself included, were starting to lose hope in the franchise. So, Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing. Talk about a game that no one had any expectations for. Again, with where the series was at the time, you were in one of two camps when this game came out. You were either completely indifferent to it, or you absolutely loathed it. And I'm speaking from experience there. I was obsessed with Sonic at this age, yet at this point, I just didn't care what was happening with the series. I had been burned so many times on bad Sonic games that I just had no more interest in playing any more of them. But I also heard people just absolutely despising this game long before it was even out. I even remember a YouTube video, which isn't available anymore, called Sega's Worst Idea Since Sonic Drift. That should tell you about how people felt about this game leading up to development. However, when the game did come out, it was surprising. It was actually a pretty good game. It got good marks from critics. It sold well enough to get a sequel. And as I said, it was sort of it was a breath of fresh air after so many years of mediocrity, and it would set the stage for Sonic's best year in well over a decade. But anyway, I feel like I've talked enough about this, and I just finished working on my Sonic Racing Crossworlds video. Be sure to check out the channel for that. So I'm ready to play the original game because I didn't really get too into Crossworlds. As I'm going to be playing this game, I'm going to be playing it on Steam. This is the best way to play Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing. It cleans up the presentation, runs at 60 FPS. It's just great. So if you're going to play this game, this is how you do it. Alright.
Sega.
Digital Sumo. These guys are heavily underrated. Shame on you, Sega, for taking them off of Crossworlds. Of course, Tails looks like a plane. Already, I'm liking the vibe of this. Not sure how the mechanics work on that, but okay. Eggman with this big-ass monster truck. Go barrel roll. And of course, True Blue to the rescue. I can dig it. I can dig it.
Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing!
Pretty good title screen. Title's pretty basic, all things considered. I mean, Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing, not much to say about that. You know, I like that the characters keep coming in and out. That's a nice touch. So, yeah, pretty well done. Okay, so we're just going to run through the Grand Prix, probably the best way to show it off, but we're going to take a second to look at the roster here. So as the name implies, this isn't just strictly a Sonic game. So we also have representation from other Sega franchises like Monkey Ball, Billy Hatcher, Samba de Amigo, Space Channel 5, and as you can see, many others from across Sega's history. One of my big criticisms with Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing, though, is that there's a little too much reliance on the Sonic franchise, and I get it, Sonic is the most famous franchise of all these characters. In fact, I wager most younger gamers probably wouldn't even recognize who any of these characters are. But it would have been nice if we could have gotten rid of characters like Bid the Cat to make room for other ones. But we're going to start with Sonic. And of course, we're going to play on Expert. Start with the Chow Cup, Seaside Hill, Whale Lagoon. And as you can see, 2 Sonic stages and 1 cup. And I like that they're using the Sonic Adventure 2 music there. And yes, I turned the announcer off because my god, is that guy's voice annoying. Okay, so the first thing we always talk about are the controls, and the controls here are just great. It's easy to make the subtle adjustments you need to for precision driving. Drifting feels fantastic. Like, this just feels really good, even after all these years. So, the game is a pretty standard Mario Kart clone. You race 3 times around a track and use items to get one over on the other. Oh no. That's just great. Here I thought I had this fixed. Dadgummit. What is going on now? Of all the times for this to happen when I'm doing the showcase. Give me a second here, folks. See here, where's Force Quit? Of course, it's appearing. Damn it. What is going on here? Why can't I get out of this? Let's try it. Damn it. why I can't exit out of it all of a sudden. It's just... give me 1 second, folks. I have a feeling I'm going to have to reboot the damn stream. That's just great. Give me 1 second, folks. I'm going to have to redo the stream. It seems like something wrong. Crap.